इस दुनिया में मुझसे अनलकी कोई है ही नहीं. My love life sucks.
Zoya, I want to break up with you.
Huh? My professional life sucks.
You're fired.
I hate cricket.
With a national award winner and the style icon of Indian cinema, I have already given it away. And who is ready to paint London red? Sonam Kapoor. I am sorry, I have to put your other surname, which I have forgotten.
Ahuja.
Ahuja. Sonam Kapoor Ahuja. Welcome to Chai Chat, and thank you for coming and joining on Chai Chat, Sonam.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to London.
Thank you. I live here half the time.
I know आप लोग बहुत क्लेवर हैं. क्योंकि क्या है कि हम तो यहाँ सर्दियों में भी हमें रहना पड़ता है.
मैं भी सर्दियों में मैं यहाँ नवंबर वापस आ रही हूँ. नवंबर, दिसंबर, जनवरी, फरवरी. So the worst period I'm here.
Oh.
But मैं छः महीना इंडिया में करती हूँ और 6 महीना लंदन में करती हूँ.
क्यों?
मेरे जो हस्बैंड है वो लंदन के हैं.
Yes, of course. How would I forget that? Yes, of course. लेकिन this is perfect. अगर हम 6 महीने वहाँ करें, लेकिन गर्मियाँ यहाँ और ठंड वहाँ.
हाँ,
but
वो इतनी कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं होती. तो कभी कभार I think till June I only came to London in July. तो I missed May and June. तो मैं पूरी सर्दियाँ यहाँ बिता दूंगी. नवंबर, दिसंबर, जन, फेब में लंदन में रहूंगी.
The only plus point of being in London is सर्दी इसकी बहुत ही सुंदर boots और कपड़े पहनने को मिलते हैं.
True that is true. But मेरे जो हस्बैंड है वो दिल्ली के हैं. तो हम बहुत सारे वेकेशन दिल्ली में भी बिताते हैं और वो दिल्ली में काम भी करते हैं. तो वहाँ दिल्ली में भी मौका मिलता है खूबसूरत. हाँ, बिकॉज दिल्ली की ठंड जो है बहुत ही खूबसूरत होती है.
That's absolutely right. Especially it's when Christmas to New Year's.
और फिर January, I think till like spring, I think it's quite beautiful in Delhi. Yeah.
That's true. I agree because I have studied there, so I know. तो मुझे पहले ये बताइए कि how is your, since we have started on the husband note, how is married life treating you?
अगर आप अपने बेस्ट फ्रेंड के साथ शादी करें तो बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से, because I married my best friend. I know it's like a very like standard thing to say, but I truly met my match.
God bless you. That's amazing.
I mean, अगर सिर्फ मैं उसे हैंडल कर सकती हूँ और सिर्फ वो मुझे हैंडल कर सकता है. I think to put it in a better way, but वो बहुत ही like right now I was like, I really need my one meal, or he's like, I'm at home, I've come home from work, so I'll make it for you and send it.
How sweet. Yeah. So when you are in London, I got to ask, I say call myself glorified bi. So, but do you have to cook as well? Do you cook, clean, all that?
I mean, we have somebody coming home to clean the house like 3-4 times a week, because we need somebody to clean the house and sometimes do things. But it's not like India full time. It's like 4-5 घंटे के लिए कोई आता है और थोड़ा बहुत करता है. But Anand and I are pretty good with like dividing chores.
That's absolutely amazing because you require that teamwork. जब मैं यहाँ आई थी, I didn't know how to do washing machine. I didn't know how to iron.
But nobody can do the washing machine but you, because खराब हो जाते हैं कपड़े. So the only thing that I'm pretty particular about my clothes, like everybody knows. So like a lot of things you have to just do it yourself, which is I'm really enjoying, because वो independence हमें इंडिया में नहीं मिलता. और and also there's I just feel like for some reason I have more time here, even though मैं मेरे husband के साथ थोड़ा काम करती हूँ, and your life gets pretty full here because you have to do everything yourself, right? But I still have the time to do it. I don't know how. Like in India, I don't think I would ever, even if I had the same lifestyle in India, I don't know, for some reason time just goes away from you.
मेरे ख्याल से दिन लंबा रहता है ना, especially गर्मियों में. Then you just
winter. मुझे लगता है कि पता नहीं क्या है कि you have the energy to do it,
Yeah. I think summer wears you out.
Yeah.
गर्मी जो है wears you out. क्या काम करते? How do you help your husband?
So my husband is in exports, and he works in garments. So it's very easy for me to have.
So that's your just your corner.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I help him with his brand Bhane and Veg Non Veg. So we basically co-own it now. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm as responsible for it as he is.
So you've actually ventured out into beautiful other things.
Yeah, and of things that are of interest to me, you know. मुझे बहुत लगाव है एक्टिंग से वो मैं कभी नहीं छोड़ने वाली पर you know I don't want to do more than a film a year and I think that takes like 3-4 months. Then what do you do for the rest of the year? You know, you need to make yourself a little more. If you don't have like a worldview, if you don't live your life, I don't think you can draw from anything where your work is concerned.
I have seen you actually evolving as well. If you may agree or accept what I'm saying, I've seen you evolve in your opinion about, and you've become more vocal. And marriage has added to that, if I may say.
I think I've become vocal about the right things.
Yes.
I'm more I'm more discerning about things. Because I've always had an opinion, I've always had a voice. I just realized that I should only use it once in a while so that it's more effective and to stand up for things I believe in. Yeah, in a way, I've been dating my husband for like 4.5 years, and I truly believe that you should only be with someone who makes you better. And I think we both have added value to each other's lives in a lot of ways. I think he'll be very happy to hear that.
And behind his back, especially.
I think what has really helped me is age. You know, age has been kind to me. A lot of people would not say that, but I think I've come into my own with every year. All my growing pains were in front of the whole world because I started working when I was 17. I'm 34 now.
I'm very comfortable with your age. I like that.
I like who I am, and I think as soon as you do that, everything just falls into place.
Absolutely. And I think age these days just adds, I feel, I'm not going to say 30s are new 20s or 40s are new whatever XYZ, but I think if people can learn like you have and evolve, allow yourself to, you just get comfortable in your own
you get
skin.
comfortable. And I think in my late 20s is when I understood who I was. Unfortunately, everything was played out in front of the whole world. So people have seen my evolution, which is a positive and a negative.
What did you have to adjust with, Sonam? What is it that you had to tell yourself to fall in love with yourself? What is it that you had to deal with, let's say?
That I was different. And I think I wasn't the cookie cutter of what a heroine should be. You know, I dressed differently. People celebrated that, but a lot of people mocked me for it. That I made choices that a lot of girls wouldn't make, and I made those choices because I was privileged and I could make those choices and I didn't have to put food on my table. So I could make harder choices, like I couldn't do a film like Ranjana, I could do a film like Aisha, and but those were hard choices because eventually, you know, you want to be successful and you want people to like you, you know, and I was very honest about it. But my mom told me that if you're born with a lot, like this is a quote she'd read, instead of building higher walls, you should build a longer table. And I think it's important to kind of always remind myself of that. And with great privilege comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Because a lot of people can't make the hard choices because they don't have a choice. But a lot of people who come from similar backgrounds, like me, can make that choice, can make the hard choices, and should make the hard choices, and are responsible to. It's their responsibility to make the hard choices because, like, I feel destiny or God or whatever you may call it has put you in that position so that you can make those hard choices.
Yes. You're given what you have to climb on. Absolutely. Who actually helped you in the process? Was there anyone who used to bounce yourself with, or it was?
I think my family has been very instrumental in that. My father and my mother have been very instrumental in my upbringing, obviously, because they've given me the right values, and they have made me. I mean, I've always had a very progressive upbringing, but at the same time, there's a lot of empathy that I was taught. And I think that was important.
I think your mum, we hear very less about your mum, but she seems to be the backbone of the family.
Absolutely. She has brought us up as very strong women, as women who should take charge of their own lives, who aren't waiting for a man to save them. And I think that was very important. And she never put pressure on us that you have to get married, you have to do this, you have to do that. She always said, do what makes you happy and only choose somebody who will add to your life.
So she was happy when you...
Yeah.
There was no dispute anywhere.
No, there was none. Like, as long as you're making... She's like, it's always about making the right choices for yourself.
I had said, just when you were getting married, there were a lot of videos that were doing around. I got a small one, and I got very stuck by the thing. I think आपका वो चूड़ा होता है ना, वो कहीं stuck हो गया था. And you said, "Mummy, निकालो ना." And I just felt, oh, this is the little Sonam of your mom. That's so beautiful. Anything that you haven't said to your mom, possibly you have said everything, but anything that you can use us to say.
Okay, I mean, there was one thing, like, I realized that after marriage, when you move into your own home, I mean, in India, people still live in their parents' home, right? Like,
yes.
You know, we still do. So I was still living with my parents, and I realized how hard it is to run your own house. I realized how hard it is, how hard every day. It's very rewarding, but at the same time, it's hard. And
even if you have money, if you have everything,
it's hard. And every day is something that every day is a learning curve. And you miss your mom, right? When you get married, I think you miss your mom more than you miss anybody else, especially because you move out of the house. Yeah. I think for me that was like, I miss my mom every day. Yeah. You know, especially because I live, like, even when I'm in India and if I'm not working, if I'm not in Bombay, then I live in Delhi. Because my husband lives in Delhi. He lives between Delhi and London. And when I'm not working, I live in London because his work is here. Yes. So, and it's easy for me to be flexible because my work timings are flexible. You know, I can dictate what I can shoot and where I can shoot and how I can shoot and the timings that I can shoot. But he can't because he has a 9-to-5 job. Yes. So for me, it's easier for me to be flexible, even though he's very flexible about timings. But for me, that was, I didn't realize how much I would miss my mother.
You know, but I'll wrap up this segment and then we'll talk about why you're painting the town red. But I would say when I delivered my first child, the first thing I did was I called my mother and said, thank you. Yeah. Because that's when I realized how difficult it is. Yeah. On that motherly note, Anilji must be listening, but must be very glad as well. We're going to come back in the next segment and find out why Sonam is painting the town red in London, apart from spending her time with her husband. So stay tuned on Chai Chat.